Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Alright Seipher, we're ready.
Man, I could stare at this view all day. Hey everyone, Seipher here and welcome back to Seipher Plays Kingdom Hearts. In the last episode, we began our journey with a real odd dream in the Dive to the Heart segment. We determined our Sora's build, faced off with a number of shadows, and took on our first boss in Darkside. We then woke up from the dream and challenged our various friends on Destiny Islands in a series of one-on-one duels. This time, we will be getting to collecting materials for the raft that Sora and his friends want to build so that they can leave these 100 islands behind. However, before we do that, I did say at the end of the last episode that I would be explaining a handicap that I have decided to take. As I've stated previously, and as is being shown, I am playing the original Kingdom Hearts for the PS2. While this does make the game easier in some respects compared to the Final Mix or remasters, there is one major downside. That downside being the lack of the ability known as Leaf Bracer. For those of you that don't know, this ability, Leaf Bracer, was introduced in the Final Mix version of the game, and it makes it so that healing can't be interrupted by enemy attacks. Not having this ability makes the game a lot harder, particularly in the mid to late game. As such, to make things a bit easier, I ultimately decided on a handicap, and I bet from looking at the screen that you guys can kind of tell based on my HP and MP not quite matching where it was at the end of the last episode. I have done quite a bit of grinding. I have gotten myself up to level 20, and there are three particular reasons for that. First, I chose the Dusk route, and going with experience rate, during the Dive to the Heart segment. This makes it so that I have to get more XP to level up from levels 1 to 40, but then after 40 it'll take significantly less. I mainly went with this option because it is, in my opinion, the best way to play, seeing as a lot of the stats that you get in the final stretch of the game can really boost you up, and getting levels is a lot easier earlier on as compared to later on when the numbers get really, really big. Secondly, I ultimately decided to grind because from watching back my performance on the first episode, I realized, particularly in my Darkside battle, that I am rusty. It has been many years since I have actually played this version of the game, and even then, with the remasters or Final Mix, it has been also several years. Like, I believe the last time I played the Final Mix version for the PS3, the HD Remaster 1.5, was around 2018, 2019, just before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. So, obviously, I'm very rusty. And I figured I gotta shake off this rust. I may not be perfect, but I can certainly do better than I was doing in the last episode. So that was another reason. And finally, because I am playing the original PS2 version, I wanted to get at least one thing that would help me survive. And that is an ability that is called Second Chance that we'll be seeing a bit later. So, with all that said, I want to go over my grind gains, as I've taken to calling them. First, as you can clearly see from my items, I have gotten 2 item slots. In the base game, there are 3 additional item slots that every path of Sora gains at levels 18, 30, and 42. However, because I chose the Dream Shield, I got an additional 2 item slots that will be dished out to me throughout the game, and one of those was actually at level 6. If you pick the sword, you'll only get 1, but I don't know if that's necessarily given here or if it's given later. I've also did a bunch of grinding. I've fought I've fought Tidus a bunch. I've fought the 3-way battle off screen, and I'm going to actually show that a bit later, and I've actually fought Riku a bunch to get all these potions. One thing that I didn't know about the PS2 version was that you are capped at getting 99 potions on this portion. I believe in the HD remasters you can get above 99, but I'm not entirely sure. But at least for the PS2 version, you can only get a cap of 99 in stock between your character inventories and the party inventory. So I've pretty much kept that off, which is why we won't be seeing any more potions when we eventually show the three-way duel later in this episode. After that, I have also gotten a bunch of abilities that I want to quickly go over. So first up, I learned at level 9, Guard, a rather useful ability, though basic. Basically just throws up a block to directly in front of you, and if you are locked onto something, you will turn to face that target when you block. Very useful, actually cut down a lot of the grinding since it comes out a lot faster, meaning that you don't have to worry about the timing of Sora's attack animations to be able to parry attacks and gain experience points against Selphie, Waka, and Tidus. And for actually doing all that, I'd say Tidus is actually the best way to grind if you're choosing to do the grind in this area. Then at level 12, I got the ability Scan. It is a very basic ability, shows us our opponent's HP bars during battle. I kind of wish that this wasn't a skill and just a part of the UI, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. It's been an ability for all of the mainline games, and I think also some of the spin-offs. After that, at level 15, we got Lucky Strike. This won't be of much help right now since we are not encountering enemies that have drops, but later on it'll be very useful in increasing our odds of finding items off of enemies, and that'll be useful for a side quest later on that we really want to do. And then finally at level 18, we got Second Chance, the ability that I wanted for survivability. It'll prevent us from dying from one critical hit, leaving us at just 1 HP, which, considering we don't have Leaf Bracer, that is a very handy ability to have. So, with that all said, let's move on with the next step of this day and actually talk to Kairi. So, can you gather the rest of the supplies? Sora, are you listening to me? Yeah, I heard you. Okay, here's what you need to go find. 2 logs, 1 cloth, 1 rope. Bring everything back here. If you need help, just ask. I'm counting on you. Well, from all of our walking around, we know where pretty much everything is. And for the one thing that I didn't show in the last episode when I was walking around the island, we'll go see it right away. But first, grab that log off of the beach below the pier. Then we'll get this second log from Riku's island. And since we're right here, we might as well challenge Riku into a fight, just to show what a victory against him looks like. With Riku, you'll generally want to avoid direct confrontation. You can guard his counterattack when he blocks you 3 times. You'll generally just want to go for hidden run tactics. You can guard that kick that he does to recover if you time your guard right. And there we go. And that's another change. I already had 100 wins before, so apparently it caps the score at 100 to 100 at most, which is interesting, I suppose. Now, with that taken care of, let's head on over this way. And we'll just go up here to a section of Destiny Island that I didn't explore last time because the cloth is right here. Now, the final place that we need to go is where we encountered Tidus last episode, because the length of rope that we need is off here in the corner. And now we can technically end the day by talking to Kairi, but I want to show off the 3-on-1 battle that we didn't show last time. So, it's going to be all 3 of them. It's a bit chaotic. I generally like to focus down Selphie first because she has the least HP and can be a little annoying with how she's constantly running around. Then I like to take out Tidus because he'll constantly chase you down. One thing I didn't mention about Tidus is that you generally want to attack him from behind, or get behind him, or use aerial combos, because he doesn't really have much means of dealing with aerial combos, if you can manage to get them. Because guard doesn't have the same level of power to it as a counterattack, it'll affect the arc of launching the balls back to Waka compared to just guarding them. So you'll have to be closer if you guard against them, but if you counterattack, you can be further away. And there we go. If we had one less potion, we would have gotten a potion from that, but generally, if you're looking to gather potions, I'd just say fight Riku. It takes a lot less time. In any case, with all that, we can now head off to Kairi to turn in our raft materials and be done for the day. Thanks, Sora. I found something today, too. Here, it's yours. A high potion. That's a stronger variant of a potion. It'll give us 60 HP, whereas our potions will heal us for only 30 HP, which, okay, that's pretty good. Tired? Want to call it a day? Yeah, let's go home. Okay, it's getting late. We'll finish up tomorrow.
So, Kairi's home is out there somewhere, right?
Could be. We'll never know by staying here.
But how far could a raft take us?
Who knows? If we have to, we'll think of something else.
So, suppose you get to another world. What would you do there?
Well, I haven't really thought about it. It's just, I've always wondered why we're here, on this island. If there are any other worlds out there, why did we end up on this one? And suppose there are other worlds. Then ours is just a little piece of something much greater. So, we could have just as easily ended up somewhere else, right?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's why we need to go out there and find out. Just sitting here won't change a thing. It's the same old stuff. So let's go.
You've been thinking a lot lately, haven't you?
Thanks to you. If you hadn't come here, I probably would have never thought of any of this. Kairi, thanks.
You're welcome.
Sora! You wanted one, didn't you?
A Palpu fruit?
If two people share one, their destinies become intertwined. They'll remain a part of each other's lives, no matter what. Come on, I know you want to try it.
What are you talking?
Hey there, Donald. Good morning.
Got a problem, Goofy. But don't tell anyone.
Ooh, Queen Minnie?
Not even the Queen.
Daisy?
No! It's top secret.
Oh, good morning, ladies.
What?
Okay, from listening to all that, I gotta say, you guys need a better plan. Granted, I know you're teenagers, so you probably don't think ahead, but Sora, Riku, Kairi, surely you can think of something better than all that, than just figuring something out if something goes wrong. But whatever. Anyway, from now on, we have a new area of the Destiny Islands to visit, the Cove. And there is some stuff to do here, but first, before we do the main thing of this, we do have to go and find, let's see, where is it? This. This box is going to help us with a little secret here, and I honestly didn't want to wait because I didn't want to forget this. We're going to push this box all the way over here and use it to get up to this ledge that we couldn't normally reach. And in this chest, we'll find a protect chain, the most basic of accessories. It just adds 1 point of defense, which at this point we need all that we can get. Now, with that out of the way, we could go over toward where the raft is and talk to Kairi, but we can't really do anything with her just yet. We could go back and talk to Tita, Selfie, and Waka to get another bit of info and challenge them again, but we don't really need it after all of the grinding I've done. So we're going to talk to Riku here for the next major event here on the islands. Hey Sora, our raft still needs a name. Let's see. How about Highwind? What would you call it? Now, this is a minorly important decision, and I'm going to go with a name that is pretty much tied to my channel since I've used it before, and anyone who's seen my first announcement video following my first 3 projects will be able to understand why, but I'm going with Selene. Me? Well, Selene. Hey, how about the usual? Let's do it. You guys at it again? Alright, I'll be the judge. The usual rules apply. Take any route you want. First one to tag that tree and make it back here wins.
If I win, I'm captain. And if you win...
I get to share the Palpu with Kairi.
Huh?
Deal? The winner gets to share a Palpu with Kairi.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, on my count.
So we are in a race with Riku, and honestly, I do not do well at this. And I'm honestly probably going to lose this because I know from experience that, yep, that's going to cost me. So this race is pretty much your day 2 equivalent of challenging Riku. It's not as good as the fight, in my opinion, on day 1. Because this game is very much action and fighting first, platforming second. And the camera is certainly not helping me. Okay, so we lost. Alright, we're naming the raft Highwind. Now, this may seem a bit, well, not really worth your time. From winning, that name will apply later. However, the main victory that you get from, well, the main thing that you get from winning against Riku in this race is a pretty stone, which is just selling fire. Sells for 30 money, which, considering we don't have any money right now, that would be somewhat useful, but I'm not going to beat myself up over it. The ship name can also be adjusted later on for what that has to do with it, but I'm not going to worry about it. In any case, let's talk to Kairi now that we can. Today, we collect provisions for our trip. Let's see, Sora. You're looking for 1 seagull egg, 3 mushrooms, 2 coconuts, 3 fish. And fill this up with drinking water. But not from the ocean. I'm not that pig-headed, Kairi, to make that sort of mistake. Bring everything back here. If you need help, just ask. Well, first and foremost, we're going to start smacking these trees, and we're going to want to find these green coconuts, because they're the edible kinds. Okay, that was 2 coconuts, or did we need 3? 2 coconuts, okay. So now we have to find some fish, which obviously going in the water is probably the best bet at finding any. Pressing circle while in the water will allow us to move a bit faster, but I guess there are no fish in this particular section of water. Yeah, no. Okay, so we'll have to give up on that for right now. Let's move this rock out of the way because the developers would hide something behind something like this. Get a mushroom. I believe we saw another mushroom somewhere. Right here. Okay. And we're going to go back to the main section of the island. Because we will hopefully have better luck finding fish here. 1 fish. Two fish. It's a little hard to see, but we'll find another fish soon, I'm sure. We'll climb up here because from what we saw from the islands, or climb this tree rather. Oh wait, I'm misremembering. Wrong tree to climb. Gonna go up this tree, get the seagull egg. Gonna go to this waterfall and obtain the drinking water. Now we need to find 1 more fish. If I were a betting man, near the canoes would probably be our best bet, and what do you know? Now before we find the last mushroom, I just want to talk to these guys again because they do have new things to say.
Hey Sora, have you heard about the legendary power of the Palpu fruit? They say if you share it with someone you really care for, it binds you together forever and ever, through eternity. It's so romantic. I gotta try it sometime.
Yeah, that's about right. We heard it from Riku yesterday. But this is really laying it on thick. If we talk to her again, we can fight her, but I really don't need to. Let's go talk to Tidus, since he's a bit out of the way.
I think you've gotten stronger, but odds are you're still no match for Riku. We took him on 3-1 last time, and he whipped us all. Well, I guess Kairi can always count on him.
I mean, that's not saying much. I took you 3 on and beat you, and I've beaten him 100-2. Would have been only 1, but I screwed up last episode. In any case, there is a save point in here I didn't show, but we'll be getting to that a bit later on. Let's talk to Waka now.
Me and Tidus, we are gonna do a little exploring today. You know, to the secret place at the base of that tree. There's gotta be something there, yeah?
Well, mushrooms do like to grow in the dark, so let's go check it out.
Who's there?
I've come to see the door to this world.
Huh?
This world has been connected.
Well, what are you talking about?
Tied to the darkness. Soon to be completely eclipsed.
Well, whoever you are, stop freaking me out like this. Huh? Well, where did you come from?
You do not yet know what lies beyond the door.
So you're from another world.
There is so very much to learn. You understand so little.
Oh yeah? Well, you'll see. I'm gonna get out and learn what's out there.
A meaningless effort. One who knows nothing can understand nothing.
Well, that was ominous, and this is certainly a tonal shift from tonal whiplash from the music. Nothing really out of the ordinary. How did he get here? Well, that's a question for a later date, I think. Let's just quickly get back to Kairi. I'm making a necklace of the solid thalassa shells. In the old days, sailors always wore thalassa shells. They were supposed to ensure a safe voyage. Thanks, Sora. I found something today, too. Here, it's yours. Yet another high potion. Tired? Want to call it a day? Yeah, let's go home. Okay, Tomorrow's the big day. We should rest up.
You know, Riku has changed. What do you mean? Well... You okay?
Sora, let's take the raft and go. Just the two of us.
Huh?
Just kidding.
What's gotten into you? You're the one that's changed, Kairi.
Maybe. You know, I was a little afraid at first, but now I'm ready. No matter where I go or what I see, I know I can always come back here. Right?
Yeah, of course.
That's good. Sora, don't ever change.
Huh?
I just can't wait. Once we set sail, it'll be great.
Donald. Sorry to rush off without saying goodbye, but there's big trouble brewing. Not sure why, but the stars have been blinking out one by one, and that means the disaster can't be far behind. I hate to leave you all, but I've gotta go check it. There's someone with a key, the key to our survival, so I need you and Goofy to find him, and stick with him. Got it? We need that key or we're doomed, so go to Traverse Town and find Leon. He'll point you in the right direction. P.S. Would you apologize to Minnie for me? Thanks, pal.
Oh dear, what could this mean?
It means we'll just have to trust the king.
Gosh, I sure hope he's all right.
You're honest. Don't worry. We'll find the king and this key. Thank you. Both of you. Daisy, can you take care of them?
Of course. You be careful now, both of you.
Oh, and to chronicle your travels, he will accompany you.
Over here! Cricket's the name. Jiminy Cricket at your service.
We hope for your safe return. Please, help the king. You're coming too.
Gosh, Jiminy, your world disappeared too?
It was terrible. We were scattered. And as far as I can see, I'm the only one who made it to this castle.
Goofy?
Oh, right. I gotcha. You mean while we're in other worlds, we can't let on where we're from, huh? We gotta protect the world border.
Order!
Right. World border. Oh, I guess we'll need new duds when we get there, huh?
just can't wait. Once we set sail, it'll be great.
A storm? Oh no! The raft!
Sora! Dinner's ready! Come on down! Sora?
What's that? Riku's boat. And Kairi's.
Okay. The only time we ever hear Sora's mom in all of this. The shadows have invaded. They will spawn endlessly, and our toy sword can't do anything to them. So, the only thing we can do is rush inside the seaside shack. Our save point is still here, and while I would normally save, I want to go a little longer than usual, so we're going to go up this way to the bridge. Where that orb of darkness is gathering, and where we see...
Where's Kairi? I thought she was with you.
The door is open.
What?
The door is open, Sora. Now we can go to the outside world.
What are you talking about? We've got to find Kairi.
Kairi's coming with us. Once we step through, we might not be able to come back. We may never see our parents again. There's no turning back. But this may be our only chance. We can't let fear stop us. I'm not afraid of the darkness.
Riku.
Keyblade. Keyblade. Okay, we have a new weapon, the Keyblade, specifically the Kingdom Key, and it can actually hurt the shadows here, as compared to our wooden sword, and we got an extra potion from dropping all these guys. Anyway, with all this, they'll just spawn endlessly, and we could technically grind here, but it's honestly not all that worth it in my opinion. So I'm just going to rush for this new door at the secret place.
Kairi!
Sora...
Whoa!
Once again, we are in another fight with Darkseid, much stronger this time. Much like the first time, he has two attacks. The direct attack where he shoots energy blasts from his chest that we can block back at him. And get some experience from it. He also still has his Summon Shadows punch, which he's about to do. Or at least no, he had, oh yeah, he is. He does, however, have a new attack. Come on, Sora. Get up on his arm. I do not remember the PS2 version being this unwieldy with all this. In any case, he now has a new attack. He will create a shockwave by sticking his arm in the ground. And he'll pull out this orb of darkness. Which will hurt you if you touch it, so try not to. And it'll start raining down shadow globules that you have to just move to avoid. And I had just managed... Dang it. Okay, I really need to work on my platforming in this game. Thankfully, we have more than enough potions to see us through this. I actually will use one right now. Just for the heck of it. Okay. Just a little more to go. Fortunately, his hand's just out of range. He's gonna reach down for another ball of darkness, so let's get at his head while we can. And there we go. 60 experience, defense up, and learned counterattack.
Oh? Look, a star's going out.
Come on, let's hurry. Where's that king?
Hey, you know, maybe we ought to go find Leon. Oh, Donald, you know, I bet you that,
What do you know, you big Toyota?
What do I know? Come on, Pluto!
Oh. Huh? What a dream. Ah! This isn't a dream. Oh, where am I? Oh, boy. Do you know where we are? Oh, hey!
Oh, that was rude, Donald. I mean, sure, Goofy isn't exactly the most knowledgeable character, but you didn't need to insult him like that. In any case, we've woken up in a strange new world. Next time, we'll take a look around and see if we can find out what happened to the island and our friends. I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.